Hello everyone, it is Susan here. It has been a few months since I have done a video and I figured I would come on and give you all an update. What I mainly want to talk about and share is that last week I went on a 5-day excursion with 3 other crafty friends, and we went to Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, to a place called Cozy Crop House. And I've been there many times before. Started going there in either 2012 or 2013, somewhere around there. And so out of the 4 of us that were there, so Cindy, Fran, and Helen, and me, there were 4 of us. And so Cindy and I, we've been there since 2012, 2013. We've been there many, many times together. And it's like a bed and breakfast for crafters. It's amazing. And so Helen, who you know as Moss Cottage here on YouTube. If you don't know her, check out her channel for sure. And so Helen and Fran, it was their first time there. So we were, it was really, 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 really awesome. And so I want to tell you a little bit about that. I want to share in this video the things that I bought, the things that we brought for one another, the things that I made. So I don't know if I can do it all in one video, but I'll give it a try. And and I guess I'll just update you a little bit on life. Yeah, my father passed away on February 1st, so that was not good. That kind of set me back in the crafty realm. I hadn't done not one stitch of crafting from February 1st until I went away with the girls on, what was the date we went away? March 24th, I think it was. So yeah. Gosh, was that last week or the week before? I don't even remember. It's all a blur. But I finally have, oh, and then my parrot died. Oh my gosh, the day before I went away, yeah, my parrot died. I had him for almost 10 years. And yeah, so, but my father passed away in his sleep at night, and it's okay. And my parrot dying, it's been a lot, but you know what? Life is good. And yeah, so I'm excited to do this video. But anyway, so what I'm going to do is let me go ahead and point the camera down, and I will share different things with you about my crafty time with my crafty friends. Now, it is the next day. So the first part of this video I recorded yesterday. Then right after I did that, we had the earthquake. So I live in New Jersey, and yeah, we had the 4.8 earthquake. And then like 7 hours later, we had a 4.0 aftershock. And I was just like a mess. So I didn't record this until today, which is Saturday. But anyway, so here goes. So I think the first thing I'll do is share with you all the things that I purchased out in Lancaster County. We went to a thrift store, and I purchased some fabrics as well as this book right here. As you can see, it was $3. A Bible birthday book. I've never heard of such a thing. But it's, certainly old. There's writing in it. Let me see. I didn't look for the year before. I don't know. Does this book have... Yeah, it doesn't seem to have, you know how books have dates in them? This one doesn't seem to have that. So, but it's old for sure. So I bought this. You know, maybe someday I'll use the pages in it, but for right now, I just can't. I don't know. I can't tear any pages out just yet. So, but I love it. So, yeah. And for $3, right? Why not, right? Then also in that same thrift shop, which was amazing. It was huge. It was a really big place and had like room after room after room after room after. I mean, you just walked and walked and walked, and it had everything from books to like wood carving stuff to all the craft stuff, the sewing, and then knickknacks and just everything. It was amazing. But they had a section, a whole room filled with fabrics, and they sold fabric bundles. So these came in bundles. I think I bought 4 bundles altogether, but they're all mixed together at this point. But this was a bundle, and these are all flannel. So all of these fabrics right here are all flannel. And I didn't have any flannels fabric, so that's why I got these. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. I mean, if any of you, you know, have an idea for me. I mean, they're not heavy flannels, so I guess I could use them anyway, you know. I mean, look at how gorgeous that is, right? It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Yep. Yep. So, yeah. So, that was fun to find. You know, something different that I don't have. So that's the flannels. Then there was this big piece with other fabrics, and I thought it was pretty. It's very autumnal. You can see pumpkins and, well, it's upside down. You can see pumpkins and corn and yeah. So very autumnal with the beautiful lace, right? I can cut that off and look at how gorgeous that lace is. Yeah, pretty. This I'm not interested in either one of these, but I'll throw them in my stash. Yeah, and maybe someday I'll use them. And then just pretty, you know, you guys know I like pinks. So, yeah, this right here is like, oh, it's so soft. It's almost like a handkerchief fabric. It's just, oh, it's gorgeous. It feels like it might be old. I don't know. It's just different. It feels different than the other fabrics. This I liked as well, because it's pink. But I thought that was pretty. You know, I can cut it and do something with it. You know, the mind goes. When you see stuff, when you walk into a room filled with fabrics, it's like, oh my gosh, your mind just goes crazy. This was in one of the bundles, and you guys know that I do love my eyelet. So super pretty, right? Yep, and that's a big piece. It's a really big piece. So, yep, would be beautiful for a cover of a journal, for sure. Then I have this pile, which, this is gorgeous. And, you know, as I look at this piece of flannel against this, that would be pretty together. This might be a little bit more purple. But I just thought that this fabric was super pretty. And it's a big piece. It's a rather big piece, you know. So I have that. And then I just have other pieces. You know, again, they came in bundles. This is a great piece of fabric. Actually, it's 2 here. But it has something big on it. But the feel of it and just the fraying, oh, it's awesome. Just awesome. It's soft and feels old. It probably isn't super old, but it has that soft feel to it for sure. And then this, I don't even think I noticed this before. Yep, so here's another piece. And then pretty like little, what is that? Is that gingham? Yeah, I like it a lot. I have so much fabric that is blue. I mean, that's out of all of my fabrics, blue is the color I have the most of. But look at how awesome that piece is. It's gorgeous. Gorgeous. I haven't done anything with the Roxy Journal of Stitchery. I haven't done anything with that in a while, but well, in January I did the pouch, which I ended up giving away to Helen. And I made paintings, one for Cindy and one for Fran. So I had made each of them something, you know, that I made myself. So I did so in January, but I haven't really sewed much since then. But like something like this, I'm like, oh my gosh, how beautiful would that be to use? So I think I'll have to check out the, you know, Roxy Creations and see what's going on with their prompts. This I thought was beautiful. It's like a furniture fabric, but it's just gorgeous. Just gorgeous. And then this here, this is the last of the fabric bundles. But like, look at this black. I love this. So, I mean, I think it was cut to use for a quilt, right? But, so there's a lot of pieces of that. And then this. And then some solid pieces. And then that piece. So those were the bundles. And then we went to a store that sold clothes, you know, used clothes, but very high end, very high end. And you know what, let me move this fabric over somewhere because it's creating a shadow. So let me just get rid of all of this. Okay. So in that store, I did buy a purse, believe it or not, and which I'm not going to show you. I don't have it in here. But I did buy this. This is a skirt. And you know that I have that love for the eyelet. And look at this. I mean, it's a beautiful yellow. And even the piece of fabric, the lining is like super soft yellow cotton. So I bought it not to wear as a skirt, but to use for fabric, and it was $12. But I had to have it. I just had to have it. It was from a place called the Purple Turtle. So, yep, so I got that. And then the last thing that I got, so within the Cozy Crop House, there's a store. And like the size of a big 2-car garage. And it's just fun to walk through and see what, you know, they have and all that good stuff. And I saw these die cuts. This one is feathers with like silver foil. I don't know that you can see that. And then the flowers with the gold foil. So I'm not going to open them. I don't know if you can see the foil. I don't know. I think there's a glare. But I thought that these were pretty and might get, you know, my mojo going. And, you know, it's always fun to have some new stuff. And then, speaking of new stuff, we had each given the others a goodie packet. And I have, so even though I received a goodie packet from Helen, one from Cindy, and one from Fran, I put everything all together in this packet, which actually came from Helen. And so I'm going to show you this stuff that we shared with one another, right? So we all went through our stash at home. We came with bags or whatever of, you know, goodies that maybe, you know, I don't know, we got tired of using or just never used or whatever. And yeah, so it was a lot of fun because then that also helped to be creative there because, and I'll show you that I did use some of the things that that were given to me. So it was fun because you get something new and you want to play with it, right? Even if it's somebody else's, trash, to you it's new and exciting, right? So this packet of papers was from Helen. I remember that. And then I'm just gonna, I don't know, I think I'll just kind of take this stuff out, and so you can just see, again, I don't remember everything that's from everybody. This was from Cindy, though, something her mother had made. Yeah, so there was just all kinds of fun stuff to play with. And, bags, and there was bling. I'll show you how I used the bling that Cindy gave to me. Yeah, just beautiful stuff. Cindy had made this about the eclipse that's coming on Monday, April 8th. Beautiful laces, and I did use some lace already from Helen, but here's some lace, and she gave me some eyelet because she knows I love it. And then this lace was from Cindy. Her mother actually had this, and look at, it's just gorgeous. It's old, it's beautiful. And then there's these, which I don't remember who I got these from, but super cool. Just very, very, very different. This was a pen or a metallic marker from Helen. And Fran had made these packets. So when you go to check out Helen at Moss Cottage, she just did a video showing how to make these pockets because Fran showed Helen, and Helen's now hooked on these pockets, making them. But anyways, so this is one that Fran had made for me. She painted the flower and everything. Yeah, so there's just all kinds of little pockets and trim and pretty magnets. Yep, and this keychain was made by Cindy's husband, Ernie. So we each got a keychain. I know that Fran made this. So this is a mixed media piece. So you're going to see, this is a napkin from Helen. And Helen gave us several napkins, and I gave napkins as well. But you'll see that I used this bird on a little canvas that Helen had given each of us. I know that this twine is from Cindy. Yeah, so just look at all the fun stuff, right? Just fun stuff. Yep, a bag. Just, oh my gosh, right? It goes on and on. Look, I didn't even empty this. I don't remember who this was from. I want to say it's from Helen, but I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, so yep, fun stuff. These were from Helen. Napkins, more bags. Yep. So all kinds of goodies to play with, right? So I'll be playing with this for a while. In fact, I think I'm going to use the stuff from this packet to work on my large dilutions journal and make a nice 2-page spread. I'm going to show you what I made in that journal next. So let me move all of this. I will just put all of this back in this little bag that Helen gave to us. I'm just going to kind of move this over carefully. So, yep, I'm hoping stuff doesn't end up all on the floor. But tons of stuff, even little cutouts, right? I mean, I would use these in my journal, my dilutions journal, because I love circles. So I would definitely use these in the journal. But tons of fun stuff, just stuff, right? Just stuff. Yep. All right, so let me show you what I worked on while I was there. So first of all, I'm almost done with this now. I don't know if you guys remember this. This was from last, I'd say, what, November? I don't know. And all of these little blocks are now sewn onto the background piece. The only thing I have to do with it yet, and I didn't finish it there because I didn't have dark thread, but I just have to do a quick little sew to make this pocket that I can put a dowel through, and then I can hang it up. So this is like basically done. So it felt good to get this done, and I love it. I love it. So that was one thing I worked on. So Helen had actually given each of us a little canvas. It's a 4x6-inch canvas. So Helen basically gave us a challenge to use this canvas that she gave us while we were there, and we all did that. And we had a little table where we had like freebie stuff. So if you brought something that you know, extra that you weren't going to use and didn't want to put in one of the packets that we had given it, you know, out, all this like stuff just sat on a table, and every time you walk past it you would find something that's like, oh, I'll use that, you know. So I don't know, this is a wood veneer heart. I don't know whose it was, but I saw it over on the freebie table, and I'm like, oh, I'll use that. But this is the napkin from Helen. I started with some paper in the background. I think this butterfly is from Fran, and I think these digitals right here are from Fran. But this eyelet down here is from Helen, and I used a little bit of this gold gesso, and this gesso, well, let me see if I can open it, is amazing. I can't open it. It's very liquidy, which means that, you know, I just put a little bit on my finger and I spread it around, and it looks super pretty. And then I gave everybody a wooden coin, and we made a artist trading coins. And so this was mine. So Helen actually gave me the idea to put watercolor paper on the face of the coin, and then I watercolored some flowers. I think this little butterfly is probably from Fran. And I just wrote on the bottom here, because I like to date my things. So I wrote cozy, I have my initials, and then the date of March 2024. And I put a little bit of gold gesso around the edge. So those are a couple things. Then Cindy, so Cindy and Fran, like I think I said, don't have YouTube channels. Only Helen and I do. And so I can't have, you know, send you, you know, their way. But this is a card that, so Cindy makes cards. So she used to make cards for Operation Right Home. And that's how I met her back in 2012 or 13. And yeah, so she had all the pieces all cut ready for us to assemble the card. And so this is what it looks like, and I just think it is awesomeness. And Cindy is super talented, for sure. She learned a lot, and I did as well, from Cindy Allnock, if you guys know her. So anyway, so these are some of the things that I made. And then I also worked in my large dilutions journal. Now this piece right here, it's just a piece of paper. This was on that freebie table I was telling you about. It's just paper, but the teal with the pink flowers, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm using this. So I think on my next spread in this journal, which is mixed media, I would definitely use this. So yeah. But let's see. Let me see. All right. So first things first. So This background I did during a Zoom back, let's see, in May of last year. So the background was already done when I brought this to Cozy, but it needed focal points, right? And so what was great from Helen's bag, she had given these 3 things right here. So I created a focal point on here, and she had made this little house. It's super cute. And then there's a picture here of Cindy and I. We're singing. I think I'm singing into a paintbrush. I'm not sure what I'm singing into, but yeah, it was fun. We had fun. But anyways, so now this spread is done because now I have a focal point, and I wrote on here, not popcorn day. It's an inside joke. But yeah, so it was just very, very reflective of our time away together. And then, so what happened next was, like we each brought old journals that we had made, or like December dailies or Bible art or that kind of stuff, and just to share with others because, well, it was our first time being with Helen and Fran in person. So like we wanted to see each other's work. And Fran had shown me a spread that she made that was neutral in color. And I'm like, you know what? I want to do that. So that's what I did. So this spread right here, it starts with, I mean, there's many layers. So there's the papers, right? There's stamping, there's doily, there's acrylic paint on here that I would put some acrylic paint to blend in all of the edges and everything. And then I would take just a little bit of water. Oh no, you know what? It was white gesso. That's what it was. And I would take a little bit of water because it was really thick, and then it would water it down, and I'd be able to smear it around nicely. And so that's basically the background. But you can see, if I hold this up, a lot of the different papers underneath. There's even wallpaper up here. So then I had these flowers here, these 4. They are watercolor, and then I took pens and I like decorated them, you know, with some sort of a design. But I had done that a while back, but I brought them with me, and then I cut them out to put on here. And even the little leaves that I had, gosh, can I show you? Do I have it here? I don't know. Oh, let me show you. So this is where I cut them from. So I had done this a few months ago, and yeah, so fun stuff, right? And anyway, so I cut them out and I put them on here for flowers. This is a piece of a sari that Fran had given me. And the laces, so the stems are laces. Those are from Helen. And then from Cindy, there's some bling. And I was able to use that bling on 2 of the flowers. So this was a ton of fun to work on. I was able to incorporate stuff that they gave me. I hadn't done a mixed media piece in quite a while. And yeah, so this really got my juices flowing, where I'm like, oh my gosh, I really missed doing this. And then the next day, I had brought my soft pastels, and I love working with soft pastels because I like blending, and I'll use my finger, and I like to blend and, you know, blend the colors, and it's just like a lot of fun and very relaxing. And so that's what I did. I just wanted to sit and do mindless something. So I just built up tons of color, because I knew it was going to be flowers, of course, right? And then I took a Signo Uniball in black, and I did very sketchy lines. Let me hold it up. And you can see the sketchy lines on the flowers, on the stems, right? And you can see there's splattering, right? There's that gold gesso, the splattering. And then I even took some white gesso with my finger, and I just put a little bit, just a little bit here and there, and the feel of it is very dimensional, so it's not flat, and I just love it. So this was just one of those things that I just sat and I kept building on and building on and building on, and it was just a lot of fun. So this will be my next spread, and like I said, I will definitely be using some of this paper. I will be incorporating some of the circles that I received, and yeah, just playing like with the Posca paint pens and the Faber-Castell Pitt pens, yeah, that kind of stuff. Just felt really good to get back into that. So that would be my next plan of attack, and I will hopefully do a video. That's what I'm planning. And yeah, so that is, I think, everything. So I don't know, it was a lot of fun, and yep. So that's kind of where I'm at in life. And let me know if you have any questions about anything, or if there's anything special you would like me to work on. Let me know. And I will hopefully see you soon. All right. Thanks so much for being here, everybody. I appreciate you all. God bless. Bye-bye.